Hey, badass business owners. Today we're going to talk about how do you find some extra sales to boost your year-end numbers, especially if you are going into the back half of the year and it's the slowest time for you and your business. Now, there's probably 10, 12 great different ideas out there. I just want to focus on 3 today and see if one of them resonates with you and you have an aha moment and say, hey, I think I can do something with that. So the first one is something that a lot of people do, which is where they find temporary products or services that they can ramp up and do for 60, 90 days that help get them some extra income, especially when it's slower. You see this all the time, for example, where people that work outdoors, they kind of switch over and they do things to do with like snow removal or putting up Christmas lights, stuff like that. There's also sometimes where people find things that they want to kind of test out and they can still do it in the back half of the year. It's not normally what they do, but they're like, hey, you know what? Let me spend the next couple of months seeing if I can add this new service that I'm thinking about adding, and can I get any traction out of it? Can I see that I can do it profitably? Can I try it? So it's another great time of the year to try new services that you want to give a test run, that you're just too darn busy during your peak time to even try to see if you can do it. So it's another thing that you can do is some of that. So take a look at some of those temporary products or services that you can either ramp up and try to get some extra sales out of, or you can test to see if it might work for your business. So that's one way. Another thing is to pre-sell. And when I'm saying pre-sell, sometimes what you can do is you're getting into the back quarter of the year. So what you can do is you can actually reach out to your regulars. This really works well if you have monthlies that you do, where you can pre-sell to your clients and saying, hey, we're running a special right now in the back half of the year that if you prepay for 10 months, you get 2 months free. So basically you get the whole year. So if they prepay for the full year, they get 2 months of it for free. So effectively only paying for 10 of those months. Or maybe they prepay for the whole year and they get 1 month free that's tied to it. You can come up with some kind of special that works for you. If you are a product-based company, what you can do is you could do year-end specials where you can say that, hey, if you buy 5, you get 2 free, or you buy 5, you get 1 free. Whatever it is that you sell, you have to kind of look, because at the end of the day, please make sure whatever product or service that you offer, that you've run the numbers on it and it's still profitable, because it doesn't do you any good to run a special that at the end of the day, when you cost it out, you know, sales minus cost of goods minus expenses equals profits. That remember, if you're pre-selling something, you need to save those profits that you make because you're going to need them in the coming year. So it's a great process that you can get some money into the back end of the year. A lot of companies do this, and if you actually pay attention over the next few months, you're probably going to notice a lot of people start hitting you up with that, and you're going to start seeing it everywhere, but it's something that people do to be able to create more money. So pre-sell stuff. Just think of some kind of special that works that still leaves you being profitable. It may not be as profitable as you could have been, but if you think about it, if you have somebody with monthlies, there might be some of those people on monthlies that would have canceled 6 months in. So you actually were able to get them to pay for longer than they would have paid in the first place. So, or if it's a product, they may not have come back as often or bought as many next year. So yes, it is a gamble in some cases, but in most cases, it's a risk reward type of thing. But by pre-selling for the first quarter, or another way to look at it is beat the rush. Things take off at the beginning of the year. Book your time now. You can pre-book for stuff, get them to put half down or something like that. So just be creative on different ways that you can take your products or services and get people to prepay for that first quarter. So even if you're not looking at the entire year, can you get them to prepay for January, or can you get them prepay for the first quarter? There's all kinds of different ideas and things that you can do out there. Now, the third thing that I want you to do, and I just did a video on this as well, is I want you to review your prices. And this one's going to have a couple different angles to it. You should always be doing a pricing audit at the back half of the year. And by doing this pricing audit, you're going to go through every single product or service that you sell, and you're going to look and make sure that you don't have opportunity to increase your prices. Because what you want to do is You want to look at the fact that, you know what, some of your costs have gone up, some of your expenses have gone up. You've just been flat out undercharging for the value that you provide. And you're probably going to be able to raise your prices. It might be $1, it might be $5, it might be $10, whatever it is for what you're selling. You need to look at that. Now, here's how it helps you in the back half of the year, because you're going to take your existing customers and you're going to let them know that, hey, these price changes are going to take effect on January 1st. Now, keep that in mind. I'm going to come back to that in a second. But for your new customers that you're picking up in the back half of the year, you're going to put those new prices in place right away. So any customers you pick up in the last quarter of the year, you're already going to have those new prices in place. And guess what? You're going to start earning a little bit more money than you would have at your old prices. So that's one way to earn more money in the back half. Now go back to those existing customers. Remember I told you were going to put their new pricing in place? Well, now we're going to take one of our other suggestions earlier and kind of put them together. Because what you're going to do is you're going to let them know that your prices are going up on January 1st, but you're also going to run a special that if they want to prepay for the first quarter, they can have the current prices today for that first quarter of next year. So now they think they're getting a value because they were going to go from $50 to $60. Now, if they prepay for that first quarter, there's an incentive because they're going to save $30 because they're going to pay for that first quarter up front at your old prices. So now you get that first quarter of revenue now, yet they feel they got a great deal because they were able to save $30. And guess what? Believe it or not, they've accepted your price change with the whole thing. So your prices can be a great way to be able to combine a couple of these, because one, you can increase your prices now for new people, get some of that new revenue coming in, but then use it as part of your prepaying as an incentive for them to prepay for part of the next year. You can work those two together. So once again, I want you to really focus on how are you going to beef your sales and beef your profits in the back half of the year. And you're going to do it one of these three ways. You're going to look for those temporary products or services that you can offer or test out to get some extra sales. You're going to try to pre-sell or do some specials at the back half of the year where they buy so many, get some free, or you pre-sell the beginning half of the year. And you're going to really look at those prices. You put all those together or a form thereof, and I promise you're going to have more sales than what you were already planning on having. Remember, you're not going to be able to match your high, but what you're trying to do is beat the previous year. So as long as you continue to increase your sales and kind of level that off and go after every sale that you can, and it's a great way, like I said, is our whole goal is in the back half of the year is to finish strong, but also create some momentum to go into the new year. Everything you do in the back half needs to finish strong and create momentum into the new year. And that's what you want to try to do. So those are three ideas. If you know of other ones, feel free to share them. It never hurts to try things. This is a great time of the year to try things. Just run the numbers, make sure it's not going to hurt you, and make sure that you're protecting that profit. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the money that we keep. But sometimes you got to spend a little bit of that to try some different things that you know will help propel your business in the coming year. So I'm okay with that. And that's one of the reasons why I said temporary products or services or testing out things is one of your great ideas. Now get out there, finish the year strong. We'll keep giving you tips and tricks and different things to help you take your business to the next level. Get out there and be the badass that I know you are. I'll talk to you later. Bye for now. Hey, badass business owner, before you go, as you know, I'm a huge believer in you knowing your business numbers. After all, it isn't about how much you sell. It's about what you keep. And the best way to grow your profits is to start diving in and understanding those business numbers. To help you on this journey, I have created the Know Your Business Numbers course. We will walk through how to read your profit and loss statement. You'll learn the key calculations that'll help ensure that you're making a healthy profit on all of your products or services, plus a ton of other good stuff that'll help you learn how to use those business numbers to create even more sales and profits. Just check out the link below in the show notes or visit knowyourbusinessnumberscourse.com. So if you're ready to increase those profits, it's time you start diving into your business numbers.